guys, Tomboy601, and today we got a ton of news from DICE. We got a community update, and we got patch notes for next week's massive Season 1 launch. Today, what we're going to go do is head through all of those notes, talk about the important things that are within them, and then link out in case you want to read through the hundreds of lines of changes that are coming to this game. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and let's dive on in. And this is a bit of a twofer today. First, we got that community update, and the community update sort of teased some of the changes that are coming in the patch notes. So we're going to cover that community update because there are also some big changes in it. So first off, player movement. They are actively refining player movement to address the areas that were previously feeling inconsistent, while trying to stay true to the gameplay pace and maintaining the core feel of the launch experience. Translation: we hear you. We are not going to bend to the streamers' wills and needs for hyper movement in this franchise. We see that there are still some inconsistencies. We're working on those inconsistencies, but we will not be power sliding around corners in this game. It's going to remain grounded. These adjustments will aim to deliver a smoother and more precise aiming experience while preserving the immersive first-person feel. Cool. Great. That sounds excellent. Next up, we have progression, because there has been some massive drama in the Portal community this past week. We are continuing to monitor the impact of the changes that we made last week, and we're also seeing a smoother experience as Season 1 rolls out. Some additional areas that they are tracking are XP earned in Escalation King of the Hill were not always working as intended. They are planning to significantly increase the payout to bring them in line with the other modes, and we'll keep monitoring once the changes are live. Cool, whatever. The big thing in this is they have seen our cries about the challenges, and they are changing some of the challenges while looking towards adjusting some things down the line. So those are the ones that are getting immediate adjustments are class assignment Assault 1, the one that earns you what is probably the only good gadget for the assault at this time, the deploy beacon. Well, they are dropping the kill requirement from 30 while using the adrenaline ejector to 3. Yeah, huge changes. If you want to see my video, I'm working on a video about what I think Assault needs in order to live up to its previous lives. That'll be coming out soon. If you want to see that video, hit the bell and the like button and the subscribe button so that you see more of the videos, because we'll be having that coming out relatively soon. Other assignments that are being fixed: class assignment Engineer Expert 3, which would require you to heal 6,000 damage of a vehicle in one match. That's being dropped down to 1,000. So instead of 6 tanks worth of damage, just 1 tank's worth of damage. A lot better there. Deadeye 2 for the weapon assignment to get the sniper rifle. Those 200-meter headshots are being dropped from 150 of them down to 5. Massive change there, which means I'll probably actually get that sniper rifle at some point. In addition, down the line, they do also want to reduce the distance of that challenge from 200 meters to a lower one. They haven't revealed what that lower number is going to be, but hey, looking forward to seeing it. Kind of big changes if you weren't aware. The Portal community has been up in flames this week because they have basically come out and said, if there are bots in your game, you will not be getting full progression. If you're like me, that's a little sad. I did enjoy having the bots to be able to help with the grind. Even with the changes they have been making, the grind is a bit extreme, but I think I understand sort of what they are doing here. They are taking from the Call of Duty model in this version of Battlefield, right? We have the Battle Royale launching next week. I'm not sure if they've announced if it's free to play, but if it is free to play, they are definitely 100% stealing from the Call of Duty model, which is you release one thing for free, you have the multiplayer to entice people in, which is supposed to be a faster way to rank up the guns that you then use in the Battle Royale, and that creates a nice cycle where people engage in both parts of your ecosystem. So we will see just how that rolls out. Okay, let's get back to the community updates. Visibility, they're actively looking into adjustments to exposure and brightness. This will lead to improvements in places where players have experienced blinding light when looking outdoors, overly dark interiors when looking indoors, and a lack of visibility around weapon optics when zooming in. These adjustments are part of a wider path focused on improving visibility that we expect to come later in Season 1. And weapon dispersion. As part of Season 1, we are making several adjustments to how weapon dispersions behave. These updates are aimed at ensuring each weapon's accuracy better reflects its intended performance over range. We've also fixed a bug that caused a dispersion to not increase as expected when transitioning from sprinting to a prone position. Translation: SMG is about to get a lot worse at range. AR is about to reign supreme. Excellent. We'll continue refining how weapon accuracy behaves as you battle, and that was the community update. That's what they let us know early this morning. Then, late in the day, they dropped the patch notes. And let's go ahead and cover these patch notes because there are some very exciting things in them. First up, the patch is sort of launching in 2 waves. The first, this patch goes live at 9 a.m. UTC. That's 5 a.m. Eastern Time or 2 a.m. Pacific. Then, Season 1 goes live at 3 p.m. UTC. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Pacific. I think the idea here being the new guns, weapons, the Battle Royale launch at one time, but before that they want to get the patch out so we don't absolutely slam their servers. All makes sense right there. Cool. Let's cover the major updates for 1.1.1.0, which is this first patch. First, they've improved core movement and animations, including smoother landings, faster stance transitions, better vaulting behavior, and reduced bouncing issues on landing and spawning. Absolutely love to see it. I think the biggest thing that has affected me is the bouncing. It's fun sometimes, but there are definitely times where it's gotten me killed, so I totally understand and happy to see that coming to true. Next, reworked weapon dispersion to better align accuracy and handling with each weapon's intended design and performance over range. These changes address cases where accuracy behaved inconsistently, such as dispersion not properly settling after sprinting, and being overall firing behavior closer to the intended balance between precision, control, and weapon power. As we talked about in the community update, this is them saying, hey, we hear you. SMGs are way too powerful. We are going to, it sounds like, nerf their precision so that they are not as powerful at the longer ranges, and then dial up the precision for some of the longer ranged weapons. So if a weapon is a bit higher powered, i.e. like an assault rifle or a carbine, there should be better trade-offs. Very excited to see how this all plays out. Are they going to ruin the game first in? I doubt it, but we will see. After that, significant visibility in lighting improvements with better exposure transitions, interior lighting, and reduced fog and smoke persistence. Smoke persistence could probably hang around a little bit more, but hey, it is what it is. Audio overall, adding new projectile flybys, destruction, and explosion sounds, refined vehicle and weapon mixes, and improved haptic feedback across multiple interactions. Very excited for that. For me, the fast-firing AK, not the AAK, I think it's the 902, it freaks out my controller when playing, and it just doesn't give me any haptic feedback. And as someone who plays with a ton of rumble, that ends up throwing me off just mentally, because like, oh no, my controller's dying. But it isn't. It's just the impulse, I think, is too quick for how the controller is set up. So excited to see that one. UAD and HUD updates and Mac fixes across multiple locations, resolving spawn animations, out of bounds issues, misaligned assets, and general stability across conquest, breakthrough, and rush modes. And then we get into a massive list. So I've gone through and picked out what was interesting to me in this list. It may be different for you. If you want to read through the list, I'll leave a link down in the comments below that you can read through. But here we go. So first off, in the player category, they're adjusting the misaligned character hitboxes for upper body and head to better match the visual models. Cool. Just more consistent headshot feelings, I'm hoping. Fixed an issue where jump inaccuracy could linger too long after landing. So jumping should feel a bit better and align more with the overall animation. Excellent. Reduced occurrences of bouncing on or landing on issues when dropping into certain objects. Yes. Fixed an issue where enemies could take melee damage in protected vehicle seats. that's just interesting to me. I wonder what you could melee people in and kill them. I hadn't seen that, but it's funny that it's occurred. Fixed an issue where enemies could fixed a bug where mounting near walls prevented aiming left or right, and they've added parachute customization for soldiers. I sure do look forward to being sold new parachute customization in the store. Not really, but that's definitely why that's being added. Gadgets. Fixed a rare issue where the Mass 148 glaive could block first-person view during a combat dive. I just found this one interesting because, of course, we don't have swimming in multiplayer yet. I'd assume it's part of the Battle Royale, and therefore it will be sort of added in with this update. But the fact that we're getting it kind of confirmed in the patch notes is cool. AT grenades now create a small-sized crater instead of a medium-sized one. That was just fun. Buildings now take more hits to be destroyed by a sledgehammer. I haven't seen many people rocking that sledgehammer, but I guess enough people were doing things where they needed to change it. Weapons. Weapon dispersion has been rebalanced to better match each weapon's damage profile across all ranges. Lower damage weapons will now see a slightly higher increase in dispersion when firing, while higher damage weapons will experience slightly less. So I'm wondering if this is going to be literally matched out to damage fall off. So weapons that do have a better that carry damage further out are going to be more accurate, because it really wouldn't make sense that like the high damage SMGs are just as accurate just because they start out at like 33 damage as opposed to like 20 of the MP7. It's an interesting thing. Next, using sniper rifles with any class other than recon will no longer increase weapon spread. Instead, the weapon will now begin during weapon sway will now begin during the zoom transition, maintaining a balance distinguishing recon's precision advantage. Oh boy, here comes the people sniping in the back of the map with the assault class. But hey, it needs some love. They fixed a misalignment issue with top-mounted red dot sights. They fixed an issue where mounting a bipod when zoomed only changed the FOV instead of using the correct optic. They fixed an issue where using a bipod too close to complex geometry could throw the player off position while prone. And they've balanced sledgehammer damage against world objects for better consistency. And I don't know if that's the building or if they're just going to be like, because one of the things you can do right now is you can take a sledgehammer and damage a tank by 5. So I'm wondering if they're like, you know what, we've decided that a sledgehammer, hitting a sledgehammer, some steel armor with a sledgehammer won't do anything. We're not giving you damage for hitting a tank. I don't know, but that's what they're doing. Finally, maps and modes. They've improved exposure transitions between indoor and outdoor areas for better visibility. We knew that they were going to try that. Glad to see it happening. They've also fixed an issue where players can encounter a bouncing animation when spawning at HQs after camping or capturing new territories and escalation across multiple maps. And those are all of the big changes that are coming in the patch. Like I said, I'm excited for this patch. It's season 1. I am, though, disappointed in a couple of things. First off, as of today, for whatever reason, they've removed the AGM from the chopper gunner's repertoire. You can no longer customize it. I don't know why they did that, but those were already sort of glass cannons of the sky, and they kind of needed all the tools that they could get. It's weird that they've removed that. Also, it is wild that they are not fixing what I feel like are two of the major bugs that are impacting gameplay at this moment. That's going to be being able to use the sledgehammer with a friendly drone to elevate yourself, and then the other one is of course the laser guided LAV lock-on missile. For whatever reason, it behaves unlike any other lock-on or laser guided item in the game. And it is the most powerful AA and anti-vehicle thing in the game. And for whatever reason, DICE has decided not to fix that. I don't know why, but that's just where we are. But guys, those are all the changes. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.